Bitcoin has been boring the last 33 days in this green triangle. However, in this video, I'm going to make it exciting, and I'm going to show you exactly why it's exciting and what you can do on your charts to help out your analysis so you can follow along and see the magic roll out. Are you ready? Let's go get some Bitcoin. I typically reduce my frequency of video making when Bitcoin's boring and sideways. However, this is not just clickbait. I think I'm going to succeed in my efforts to show you why this is exceptionally interesting. We're going to start off with a little bit of showing off. Okay, I toot my own horn sometimes, but this is a good one. In my video, the 3 time frames that you should be watching Bitcoin right now. The one where I'm in front of a the green triangle on my thumbnail looking dumb, that one. I said this at about 3 minutes and 24 seconds. But that's the importance of this line, and it's kind of odd that it hasn't retested it, given the severity of how big of a deal this line is. All right? And at that moment, look how bullish price was. Watch. I'll reverse price on Bitcoin. Oh, wait, I don't want to ruin the fun. I'm going to do it off screen. I meant to have that ready. I'm going to play back time to where I made that video. So look at where price is there so you can confirm that's where I recorded, or roughly where. Okay, here we go. So here's price of where I recorded. All right. Look how bullish price looked. It just took out its look left local high with a higher low to that one, with a higher low to that one, which is a higher low to that one. Breaking out of the triangle. That's when I said that. Why? Because of the severity of this, what I'm calling super macro mega line, which has only been touched 3 times, when Bitcoin was $7, which I cover in that video, so you should go watch it, new viewers. 20K on its way down to 15.5, and then it stayed below this line. Even at 48K, it got rejected from it, and it recently, the third time it crossed it or touched it was here at 55. At $7, 20K, and 55K. Severity, okay? And my whole idea in that video was, and this actually isn't the exciting part. I'm about ready to make Bitcoin even more exciting than this. Much more. But I wanted to show off just real fast first. And for new viewers, when I get stuff wrong, I go over everything I said. I go over the general idea of what I said and what I got wrong as well. So when I put my foot in my mouth, I cover that stuff too. I don't just delete my videos, I promise. And hopefully, not in the live stream, but on the YouTube recorded version of this, I can have a YouTube tier member vouch for me there. When I get stuff wrong, I do cover that as well. Okay, so here's where I recorded. Very bullish. Why would anybody think that this could be the next move almost exactly to this point? Here's what happened since that video. And there we are now. All right, so that's a little bit of showboating. So now I'm going to start what I challenged myself to do. I'm about ready to make Bitcoin a lot more interesting for you. So let me make my dumbass a little smaller, and let's go get that Bitcoin here. Knowing that that's a super macro mega line, we're going to look at, here's the same line back here. Should be close to $7. Okay, 11.7, whatever, same thing, it rhymes. Hit it here, 20K, and hit it up here, 55K. Crossed it up. We just covered that. However, look, if Bitcoin falls out, so now we're going to zoom back into that green triangle where we were on a smaller time frame. Watch, I'm going to piece some cool shit together. Watch this. And if you want to copy that line for yourself, try to make it look like that on the 4-hour chart. It might not be exact, but you might make it kind of close. It's going to be helpful. If Bitcoin falls out of this triangle, I'm going to make a bold guess that Bitcoin goes all the way below 45K. Not at once, but before it hits 80K. It will have dipped into the 40s. And I'm going to show you why. That's a kind of a bold guess. Why would I why would I get bearish below that? And it's going to make sense. This is why it's going to be interesting, because it means this is a macro trend reversal. Yeah. And I'm going to show you how to see it and why it becomes probable so fast. Bitcoin, so that's the super macro mega, keep that in mind, point one. But point two is Bitcoin just set a record for monthly green closures. Even when Bitcoin had its double bull run from like 2008, or not, I wasn't even born then, from 2010 to 2013, it had essentially a double bull run, up to $1,300 in 2013. Not even during that, going from less than a penny to $1,300, did it ever do 7 months green? Not once. Not a single time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, barely, 6, 7. It set a record. So therefore, if Bitcoin goes below this triangle or that super macro mega line, hopefully that music's not too loud, that means that will mean automatically it's not a daily pullback, because I'm on the daily chart right now, and if it's a daily pullback, that means it has to bounce here. Because that's 1 daily higher low, 2 daily higher lows, daily range, which is fine. That's the pullback on the daily. If it goes below there, it turns into a weekly pullback or greater. So now I go to the weekly chart, and that stops. That point where it can make a nice higher low is all the way back here. And Bitcoin has the habit of taking a weekly previous look left. Damn it, come on. It has the habit of taking the look left support and actually piercing below it, but then closing that same week that pierced below up above it, and then V-shaping up and out, which is what happened in October of 2023. Exactly the same thing. But I'm saying if it falls out of this green triangle, it's going to go lower than that. Why? And so I didn't show you the price of that. So if it did interact with this weekly look left area, which is what it did right before it really got hot in October of 2023, and I'll show you where that is. Right here. So look, all this move is stemmed off that little ankle joint right there, right? Right? So now it's going up, it's look left area. Check it out. I'm going to make a line at that candle body right here. Watch. Boom. It closed one candle below, wicked below it again, then V-shaped. It loves to do that with its look left weekly areas. And that has only happened since 2019. Bitcoin did not ever, with any exceptions to my knowledge, behave that way in 2017 or before. That has only been happening since non-retail people are essentially moving Bitcoin price the most. It would go below this area. No, I'm so sorry. I did that wrong. I'm really sorry. This area here, same concept. It would wick below the look left area, then close above. Same concept, wrong area. I apologize. I should have used this. It should go more than below 50K and not be a weekly pullback in which it interacts with that and then closes above, then bounces. Just like it did in October 23. It should hit one more. Why? Why would I skip the daily pullback? Start with daily. If that daily's broken, it's not going to bounce in the weekly area. It'll go all the way to the monthly. Again, why? Because it just set a record, a monthly record. So if it pulls out of being a daily pullback, it's not going to be a weekly pullback. Why would the weekly chart stop it? It didn't just make a weekly record, it made a monthly record. And so that look left area actually will stay on the monthly since this is a monthly pullback. Well, Tim, there's no look left area till way down here in the 28s. Like, your idea is totally wrong, right? Your idea is, that's dumb. What you just said is totally wrong. No. It's a monthly pullback. The monthly chart has a different analysis. Check this out. Just a freaking line. Connect the lows. And now, similar to how if you have a macro reversal, you usually have 3 red candles before you bounce. 1, 2, 3, bounce. 1, 2, 3, bounce. It's usually the 3rd red month, which is the most. Look, macro reversal from 3,200 up to 14K, then it went down to 4K. 1, 2, 3 months bounce. Of course, it went lower, but it's just kind of how Bitcoin likes to move. A 3 pullback, then bounce. Are we going to bounce into a lower high and keep going down? Who knows? Question mark. Usually 3. So that would be May is red. It hits it in June and bounces, hits that monthly area. And when I was on my VIP call, I clicked it exactly at 39,999. Oh, well, here is close. If it hits the bottom of it, 40K, top of it, about 44 in June. That is why Bitcoin right now, it is boring. It is in a triangle, yes. But I'm letting you know right now, we're probably going to get a little bit more boring in April, which I'm not going to cover in this free YouTube video, which I am recording at the very beginning of a live stream for my paid YouTube community tiers, of which I have 2. If you want to check that out, there's a blue join button down below this video, not for those of you on the stream, and you can check that out. And then my Discord, the links to that to check out what you'd be getting into there are in the description section for your convenience to look at if you so please. So I'm not going to cover why I think the rest of April will be boring and when all this will necessarily activate down to the day, but in general on the monthly scale, if my green triangle is broken, you hop back on my channel, new viewers later, which I highly recommend you do. So that means you should smash like and subscribe now so you can remember to come back. I make about 2 videos a week. Unless Bitcoin's boring, then I might only do 1. But if this breaks below, and I don't think it's going to happen quite yet, though. Okay, that's a hint. Like what I'm going to cover in my live stream is my time frame on what's most likely and what shape it'll take to get below here. But if and when in the near future, perhaps in May, sometime if it goes below here, it's going to go in the 40s with a high likelihood. And I think I just showed you why, and that is why Bitcoin is exciting, because it's at that threshold now. Regardless of when it breaks down, it's at the threshold now. And it becomes a monthly pullback. And I think I gave enough evidence to make that, even if you don't agree that that's the most likely thing, I'm damn sure it's in the top 3 most likely situations in the back of your mind now if this green triangle is broken. Hopefully I made Bitcoin interesting for you, even though it has been sideways and boring in a sideways range the last 33 days since its local, actually current all-time high up here above my head. So if you like what you saw, new viewers, hit like, subscribe, and we'll see you on Thursday.